Welcome back to the channel where today we dive into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. But not just any coin, we're talking about a common-looking piece of pocket change that could secretly be worth an absolute fortune. Yes, we're talking about the 2000p Roosevelt 1 dime, a coin that some claim is worth as much as $89 million. That's right, 1 dime, 10 cents. Possibly worth more than a mansion or even a private island, so buckle up because we're going deep into the history, hidden secrets, collector value, and what makes this 2000p Liberty dime so incredibly special. And make sure to watch until the end, because you might just have one of these treasures sitting in your change jar. Part 1, The History of the Roosevelt Dime. Let's start with a little background. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, right after the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. He had led the country through the Great Depression and World War II and was a strong supporter of the March of Dimes campaign to fight polio. In honor of his contributions, the U.S. Mint replaced the Mercury dime with the Roosevelt dime, and it's been in circulation ever since. Now, fast forward to the year 2000. The world was gearing up for a new millennium, and the Philadelphia Mint was busy producing coins like usual. But somewhere along the way, something unusual happened with a batch of Roosevelt dimes. Part 2, What makes the 2000p dime special? At first glance, the 2000p Roosevelt dime looks like your average dime. It has Roosevelt's profile on the front, the torch, olive branch, an oak branch on the back, standard stuff, right? But here's where it gets interesting. Some collectors and coin experts have discovered that a rare variation of the 2000p dime contains a major mint error, and it's those specific error coins that can be worth insane amounts of money. We're talking tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and in some reports, up to $89 million. So, what kinds of errors are we talking about? Double die errors, where the coin design appears doubled, especially visible in the lettering or the profile of Roosevelt. Off-center strikes, coins that were misaligned during minting, creating a unique and rare misprint. Missing clad layer, a very thin outer layer is missing, making the coin appear coppery or odd in color. Wrong planchet errors, some dimes were accidentally struck on planchets meant for other coins, like pennies or foreign currency. Each of these errors makes the dime not just rare, but potentially a once-in-a-lifetime find for collectors. Part 3, WHY is the $89 million claim floating around? Let's address the elephant in the room. Is a 2000p Roosevelt dime really worth $89 million? Here's what we know. The $89 million figure started circulating online from various collector blogs, video thumbnails, and coin enthusiast forums. While no auction house has officially listed a Roosevelt dime for $89 million, the buzz has drawn major attention to this unassuming coin, and prices for certain varieties have absolutely exploded. In reality, a pristine error dime from 2000p can fetch thousands to even hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on the error type, condition, and grade. The $89 million might be exaggerated, but it highlights just how hyped this coin has become. Part 4, Market value and collector demand. Let's talk real market value. On the numismatic marketplace, especially on platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and PCGS, some 2000p Roosevelt dimes have sold for over $10,000, with certain unique error coins climbing even higher. If you find a 2000p dime in mint state, we're talking MS65 or higher, and it has one of the rare errors we mentioned, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC are your best bet to get an accurate valuation. Collectors are constantly hunting for perfect condition coins with full bands on the torch, coins with unique die cracks or double strikes, uncirculated coins with original mint luster. And with coin collecting growing rapidly thanks to social media and YouTube videos like this one, the demand is skyrocketing. Part 5, How to find one yourself. So how do you get your hands on one? Start by checking your change. Seriously. Take a look at every dime that passes through your hands. Focus on the P Mint mark, that's for the Philadelphia Mint, and make sure it's from the year 2000. Look closely for any strange features. Is the lettering doubled? Is the strike off center? Is the surface color unusual? Does the coin feel lighter or look different? If you see anything odd, don't spend it. Store it safely and consider sending it to a grading service. Even a small variation could turn out to be worth thousands. Part 6, Final thoughts and call to action. So, is the 2000p Roosevelt dime worth $89 million? Maybe not literally, but in the world of numismatics, even a single error coin could change your life. It's a reminder that history and value are hiding in plain sight, even in something as ordinary as a dime. Speech balloon. Now it's your turn. Have you ever found a rare coin? Do you collect coins yourself? Drop your stories and questions in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, entertaining, or inspiring, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into hidden treasures. Thanks for watching, and may your next pocketful of change turn into a fortune. Keep hunting, stay curious, and happy collecting. Today, we're diving into one of the most shocking and mysterious coins ever minted in the United States, the 2001 Roosevelt dime. You may have one in your pocket right now, or buried deep in an old change jar, but what you probably don't know is that some of these dimes are being valued at absolutely insane prices. And yes, we're talking about a coin that was once worth just 10 cents, now estimated by collectors and market buzz to be worth up to $987 million. Sounds impossible? Stick around, because what you're about to hear will leave you stunned. Hook, 1 to 130. How did a simple dime from 2001 become one of the most talked about coins in numismatic circles? What secrets are hidden in its design? Is it truly worth nearly $1 billion? And could you unknowingly be sitting on a fortune? Let's break it all down. Section 1. Background and minting history. 1:30 to 4 o'clock. The 2001 Roosevelt dime was minted in Philadelphia, one of the busiest and most iconic mints in U.S. history. Over 1.6 billion dimes were produced that year, making it one of the more common modern dimes in circulation. But within those billions, a few very special coins slipped through, coins that were struck with rare errors, anomalies, and unique features. Designed by John R. Sinek, the Roosevelt dime has been in circulation since 1946, honoring the legacy of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. That's P mint mark underneath the year signifies it was minted in Philadelphia, and for the most part, this was considered a routine year. But numismatics isn't about what's routine, it's about the anomalies, the flaws, and the 1 in a billion oddities that change everything. Section 2. Rare errors and striking variants. 4 to 7 o'clock. So what makes certain 2001 dimes so valuable? It all comes down to error coins. These are coins that were misprinted, double-struck, off-center, or created with the wrong planchet, and for collectors, these are gold mines. Imagine finding a 2001 dime that was double-struck with a rotated die. Or one that was minted on a foreign planchet, a blank intended for a different denomination or even a different country. One rare 2001 dime was discovered with missing clad layers, giving it a copper tone on one side, a stunning and rare visual that sent collectors into a frenzy. Others have appeared with misaligned dies, broad strikes, clipped planchets, and even dimes with reverse images from previous years. Each of these minting errors increases the rarity and uniqueness of the coin, and with rarity comes value. Section 3. The $987 million legend. 7 to 10 o'clock. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the almost mythical $987 million valuation. Where did this number come from? This valuation has been whispered about in collectors' forums, Reddit threads, and auction gossip. Some experts believe that a privately owned 2001 Roosevelt dime with a combination of ultra-rare errors was appraised by a private collectors institution and insured for an astronomical value due to its uniqueness, its pristine condition, possibly an MS-70 rating, and the intense demand among elite collectors. While public auctions haven't yet seen a dime sell for that much, there have been confirmed sales of error dimes from the early 2000s reaching tens of thousands of dollars and rising fast. Some insiders speculate that a high-net-worth private collector in the Middle East or Asia offered this wild sum for a perfect condition multi-error dime, not only for the rarity, but also for investment and status reasons. If the rumors are true, then yes, a 10-cent coin might have crossed into near billion-dollar territory. Section 4. A market value and appraisals. 10 to 1 p.m. More realistically, let's talk about verified market value. A 2001 Roosevelt dime in mint state can fetch anywhere from $10 to $300, depending on condition and grading. but add a rare minting error, and that number skyrockets. A double die reverse 2001p dime recently sold for over $5,000 at auction. A clipped planchette error dime went for $2,100. A missing clad layer error reached $8,750. A misstrike with 70 grade by PCGS saw offers over $25,000, and these are just the public auction numbers. Off-market private sales often never reach the headlines, and those can involve figures you wouldn't believe. Section 5. How to check your dime, 13 to 3 p.m. So how can you tell if your 2001p Roosevelt dime is worth more than 10 cents? Here are a few tips. Inspect the edges. Are there any copper tones, uneven layers, or missing cladding? Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling in the date or letters, particularly in Liberty or In God We Trust. Check alignment. Is the front and back of the coin centered? Any off-strike is worth investigating. Weigh the coin. Any major deviation from the standard 2.268 grams could be a sign of a planchette error. Get it graded. Send your coin to PCGS or NGC for a professional appraisal. A coin rated MS65 or higher, especially with error traits, can explode in value. Closing thoughts, 15 to 4 p.m. What started as an ordinary Roosevelt dime might now be one of the most fascinating and possibly lucrative collectibles in U.S. coin history. Whether or not the $987 million price tag turns out to be legend or fact, what's undeniable is the intense interest surrounding this humble little coin. So before you toss your change in a vending machine, check your 2001p dimes. That small silver disc might just be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow collectors, and subscribe for more amazing numismatic stories that just might change your life. Today's video might just blow your mind. We're diving deep into the story of a small coin, the 2006p Roosevelt dime. Yes, that little coin that says "1 dime, Liberty, and United States of America." Some say it's worth up to $768 million. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that could literally change your life. But is it true? Why is it so special? What should you look for in your change jar at home? Stick around, because you won't want to miss this. Section 1. History of THE 2006p dime, 125. Let's start with the basics. The Roosevelt dime has been in circulation since 1946. It was first issued to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who led the U.S. through the Great Depression and World War II. The 2006 version of this coin was minted in Philadelphia, which is why it carries this P mint mark. Over 1.6 billion of these dimes were minted that year, making it a common coin at first glance. But here's where it gets interesting: not all coins are created equal. Some of these dimes had errors, minting quirks, and mysterious details that make them stand out, and that's when collectors go wild. Section 2. Why collectors love this coin, 310. Now, if you're new to coin collecting, you might be asking, why would anyone pay big money for a dime? Well, here's why. Collectors love coins with errors, coins that are uncirculated, and coins with perfect grades. If your 2006p dime is in mint state condition, we're talking MS68 or higher, its value shoots up. Now let's add a twist. Some 2006p dimes are said to have missing clad layers, off-center strikes, or even double dies. These rare error coins are the jackpot for collectors and investors alike. Section 3. What to look for in your 2006p dime, 505. So what exactly should you be looking for if you want to know if your dime is worth a fortune? Here's your checklist. Mint mark. Look for the speed right next to Roosevelt's neck. Striking errors. Is the coin off-center? Does it have any doubling in the words like Liberty, In God We Trust, or E Pluribus Unum? Clad layer missing. If it looks like copper or has one side stripped of its silver color, this is huge. High-grade condition, no scratches, no wear. Looks fresh out of the mint? This could be your golden ticket. Full torch, foot, also called FB or foot, full bands or full torch. That's the lines on the torch on the reverse. If they're fully visible and well struck, that's a good sign. Section 4. Real market values, 730. Let's talk money now. While a regular 2006p dime in your pocket change is only worth 10 cents, the rare versions have fetched impressive prices. A high-grade 2006 Roosevelt dime in MS68 condition has sold for over $1,000 at auction. 1 error coin with a missing clad layer sold for $3,000. Other examples with extreme off-center strikes have sold for anywhere between $500 to $2,500, depending on the rarity. And now, about the $768 million claim. Where did that come from? There have been viral posts, videos, and clickbait headlines claiming a 2006 dime is worth nearly $1 billion. Most experts agree those claims are extremely exaggerated or completely fictional, often fueled by internet hype or satire. However, they've made people search their change, and that's not a bad thing, because real treasures do exist. Section 5, The Hype and Hoax, 1020. Let's be real here. No known Roosevelt dime has ever sold for $768 million. That number is larger than the entire budget of many countries, but here's the kicker: the idea of a tiny coin being worth that much grabs attention. And in that attention lies truth. Coins can be worth life-changing amounts. Remember the 1943 copper penny? It sold for over $1.70 million. The 1894 Barber dime? One sold for $2 million. So while $768 million is far-fetched, it's not impossible for a humble coin to become legendary. Section 6, How to Sell Your Rare Dime, 1315. If you think you've got a rare one, here's what to do: don't clean the coin. That ruins its value. Get it graded. Use a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Take clear photos, show both sides, zoom in on any unusual features. You join collector forums, sites like CoinTalk or Reddit's Coins can help. Check eBay sold listings, not what people are asking, but what coins actually sold for. Wrap UP 1505. So there you have it, the full story behind the 2006 Roosevelt dime. It's a small coin with a big legacy. While most are worth only 10 cents, a few are worth thousands. And in our imaginations, maybe even hundreds of millions. Check your pockets, dig through that change jar, and maybe, just maybe, you'll discover a hidden gem. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more coin stories and collecting secrets, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on another rare find. Until next time, keep collecting, keep learning, and keep looking closely. Your treasure might be just one dime away.